Well, what have you learned as you've gone along? You know, you've traveled a lot of roads, crossed a lot of rivers, been in a lot of trouble. What have you learned?
I've learned that we're all pretty much alike. That no matter where you live or what you look like, what color you are, what country you're from, we're all pretty much the same. And what makes me and you laugh or cry, chances are it'll make everyone else laugh or cry, because we all have basically the same emotions. I've traveled around singing in other places, in London and France and different places, and it's all the same. People are the same all over the world. They like music.
That they do. On an international basis, you may know the answer to this, but even if you have to guess, on an international basis, what's the most popular of your songs?
Gosh, I don't know, probably Patsy Cline doing Crazy, you know.
Tell me about writing Crazy, by the way. Did you just write it on the back of your sleeve or on a napkin? Or?
The original title was Stupid.
Well, I can relate to that.
I decided Crazy was more euphonious.
How and why did you become a musician?
Well, I've always loved music, and I grew up with, my sister Bobby played piano, and so I started sitting on the piano stool with her while she was playing. And at the same time, my granddad gave me an old harmony guitar, so I started trying to play what she was playing. But I've been writing poems since I was 7 or 8 years old.
You remember the first poem you wrote?
Yeah. What are you looking at me for? I ain't got nothing to say. If you don't like the looks of me, just look the other way.
Well, not bad for that age.
Not bad for a 6-year-old.
Oh, not bad at all. Well, let's talk about your writing. What are you writing today? I'm talking about music.
I've got several different things started. One of them is Delete and Fast Forward.
Like the title.
Yeah, you see, delete and fast forward, my friend. The wars are all over and nobody wins. But don't feel too bad about it. You'll just go crazy again. Just delete and fast forward, my friend.
Like it.
Good.
Not too far from the poetry you wrote earlier on.
And there's a few more. There goes that happy ending. That's the new one I'm working on.
You have, to say the least, a distinctive style. What is it about your singing now? I'm talking about how you sing a song that's different from almost, if not everybody else who does country music. Is it you sing on the note or off the note? Remember my ignorance about music.
Well, I'm a huge Frank Sinatra fan, and he's my favorite singer. And I've been listening to him for many, many years. And I love the way he phrased, that he kind of sung it the way he wanted to, and sang it like with a jazz-like feel. And I liked that, and I felt like that it was easy for me to do.
I don't think I knew that you styled yourself after Frank Sinatra in the way you singing things. All-time favorite Willie Nelson tune?
Oh, Healing Hands of Time.
Why?
Oh, I don't know. It's a positive song, you know.
I bet it is.
Yeah.
Now, in other people's music, let's set Frank Sinatra aside. Got a favorite tune?
Well, I'm a huge George Jones fan. Vern Gosdin, Bob Wills. I mean, it'd be hard to pick out really favorites or most favorite.
Well, I'm also a big George Jones fan. Sorry he's gone.
Yeah.
But sometimes I get in arguments with my friends because I like From the Window Up Above, that George Jones song.
I do too.
Well, we were talking about that your sister was playing the piano and that helped forward your interest in music. Was it at the time primarily church music?
The music that we were playing was music that my sister had, the sheet music from songbooks from various types of music. So she had pop music, she had classical music, and all of it. She could read, read the music. So I was introduced to a whole lot of different kinds of music just by sitting on the piano stool listening to her play. And I know that's had a lot to do with the music that I choose to play and sing.
Well, when you recorded Redheaded Stranger, did you say to yourself, Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain is going to be the biggest thing on it?
Yeah, I just felt it, and that it was, I hate the word, but it was commercial. It was something that everyone, at one time, it was a hit song by Roy Acuff, and it was written by Fred Rose, and I had been singing it since I was a kid. So I was really glad to see it do well, but I always felt it did, and I got a real good cut on it. Did it in the studio there in Garland in Dallas. The whole album cost, I don't know, a couple of $1,000 probably.
Right. Well, it made a hell of a lot more money than that.
Well, it did.
Would you agree that it put you at a whole new level?
Well, I guess so, because, once you sell a lot of records, well, then that's more people know who you are. And it opened up some doors. I felt like, if they bought this one, maybe they'll buy this one. And I did other concept albums.
Well, you've seen so many changes over the years. What's the biggest change in the music business from when you first started? You were writing songs when you first started.
Well, I think the amount of fans now that are out there, not just for me, but for country music, is incredible. From 10 times larger than it was 10 years ago. More people are getting into it because they like it. It's simple. It's held to, like Arlen Howard says, 3 chords and the truth. So I think that sort of resonates.
I never heard that, 3 chords and the truth.
Yeah.
Well, Willie, your own family is musical, to say the least. Let's talk about the kids and how they're doing.
Well, yeah. All the kids most of them are working tonight on the show,
Right.
I just heard Paula, my daughter, is DJing now on XM. She's doing a good job. And they're broadcasting tonight live all the stuff that we're doing. And my Amy has a little group called Folk Uke, and they'll be singing tonight. And my boys Lucas and Micah have bands, and they're all performing tonight. So, it doesn't get much better than that.
Well, the boys, for example, when they were going into music, did you say to yourself, on one hand, I'm proud they want to do it. On the other hand, they're always going to have trouble measuring up to the old man. Did you have that kind of discussion with yourself?
Well, I thought about it. I thought about it as, I thought about Hank Williams Jr., how he's done very well, but he realized too that he had a hill to climb, being the son of Hank Williams. And I think my boys have done pretty well, and they're all talented in their own way. Micah's a great artist, musician, plays every instrument there is, and Luke's a fantastic singer, writer. Folk Uke's a funny group, and they sing and write good. So I don't know, I'm proud of my kids.
Well, now, man to man, is Luke a better guitar picker than you are?
Yes. Yeah, he can play circles around me. Of course, I get by with my little 3 chords and a truth,